name is Kakoza Alan Klaus, RPA developer. RPA is an acronym that stands for Robotic Process Automation. RPA is one of the trending technologies, and it's really good. It's going to be a game changer in the next decade or less. RPA, it's more of automating the white collar work. And an example that I can give on that, or the real life practice in which you can apply it, is let me say you're working for a company. You have to create an invoice for a company, and you do it maybe on a daily basis, monthly basis, or weekly basis. In the process of creating an invoice, you find that there are repetitive tasks that are involved there. So we can automate that, and that can be one areas that RPA can be applied. Basically, the robotic process automation deals with emulating human actions with digital systems. So depending on a specific criteria, then we'll be able to automate a particular workflow or process in that particular business. Another example that I can give you in which RPA can be applied in business, take an example when we are onboarding a new employee in a company. We find out that an employee has to fill in a particular form. You have to populate that particular form in maybe a certain system somewhere. So all those tedious, repetitive tasks, as long as anything involves repetition, then we're able to automate using the RPA. If you're not from a technical background, it can be a bit of a challenge, because sometimes you may need some programming knowledge, but minimal, not a lot, like for someone who's like a Java developer or someone who's into like serious programming, serious coding. But the other challenge that you can encounter, some of the business owners that need their work to be automated, they may not be like certain, they don't have a clear use case of a particular model that they want to automate. So if a company goes ahead and onboards RPA, the employees are able to do the things to free up a lot of time on their desk so that they can do things that they really do love. If an employee takes like 180 minutes to accomplish a certain task, you find that a bot or the automation that is developed, the time can really narrow down to 5 minutes or even seconds. So which means it really frees up a lot of time for the employee who has been doing that particular task. So the other thing, most companies or employees of the company worry and they think that automations or bots are going to take up their work and they're going to remain unemployed. But actually that's not the case. Like earlier in the 90s when computers were invented, that's the same mindset that people had. They thought that computers are going to take up their jobs, but actually they just needed to learn to work alongside computers. This is the same thing with automation. People just need to, or companies just need to reskill their workforce so that employees learn to work alongside the bots. So any business that has a particular criteria on how they do their things, or they have a trigger-based criteria on how they do their things, all those areas, RPA can be applied. For example, we have banks, auditing firms, HR work. So if a company goes ahead and onboards RPA, for real, they will totally succeed.
So we come to the end of this week's edition of Money and Markets. Thank you for staying with us.
And like we say, business is a going concern always. Therefore, let's have this conversation going. We'd like to hear from you. I've been your host, Charles Boji.
And I'm Shamim K. Matovu.
Have a good evening and God bless.
Bye.